Well, here we are, PK here. I want to do part 2 because the gardener, as you heard, and I wanted to discuss, which I wasn't able to, is how to analyze a track record. With that, I can't see. Much better. Anyway, the question is, when you're looking at a financial advisor or is doing a search and say what type of record they had, the performance data that show 5 years, 10 years, you see these great returns. You find the top people and say, wow, they look great. I think I'm going to go with them. And I want to tell you something. Looking at the end result, this is not the way to pick an advisor who's going to manage your money that you worked over your lifetime for. You can say, okay, PK, how do you analyze a track record of these people? And sometimes it's not so easy because this information is not there. In my opinion, this is the most important information of analyzing a track record is what happened during the year. They call these things the drawdown, because what good is it if the person finished up way up at the end of the year? If during the year he dropped 30-40%, believe me, you're going to pull the plug. You're going to panic. It's normal. All of us do. And that's the first issue, is look to see. Don't look at the end number. Don't look at, I started, if I were with him for 5 years, I'd make X amount, or 10 years, or 15 years. Take a look over the last couple of years at every month. They have what's called the equity curve. It will show you up and down and how it achieved this strong performance. And which, of course, what you want to see, in my opinion, is this why very few people are great money managers, because they get down 25-30%, and if you get down so far, it could take years to get even, 40-50, even if they have some big year. But if you happen to start at the wrong time, you're screwed. I mean, you're going to be fighting for years to get even. And here they have the great market. So the whole why being a professional money manager, a great one, is so hard is not many people could be down. I'd say, what's the magic number? 10%, 15% max. If you see somebody down more than 15% from the beginning of January 1st during that year, they're down 15%. Actually, at any time during the year, even if they finish way positive, it turns around. This happened last year in the crisis. Market fell 30%. Most people panic. It's normal. Of course, if you held on, you became a huge winner. But this doesn't do any good, because after the fact, nobody knew at that time it could have gone down 50%. So the whole secret is how not to get down more than 10-15%. And this is not so easy. This is what you have to, when you see a crisis, especially what I'm telling you is, you see, I explained in the last video, diversification will not save you. You think it's going to save you, you see it didn't. Take a look what happened last year. I don't care what you were in, it went down. So where's this diversification supposed to help you? It didn't. Anyway, so that's the first issue, is the equity curve during the year. I would look at that. This is actually probably more important than the final result of the person you think about giving your money to. The second thing is, how many transactions did he make? Did this advisor make, or hedge fund manager? There's so many words that are out there today for what an advisor, registered investment advisor. And again, they say call, give you all the information. Ask them, and maybe it requires a little digging, right? You want to find out how many trades they made that year, how many transactions. Meaning, if most of these guys are stocks, okay, Do they pick 5 stocks for the year, 10 stocks, and just keep them? Let's see what happened. A lot of these big guys do it. They've had huge success because people believe. Even if they get down, and then the people quit and they get new people, they have a big year. So I'm telling you, the second most important thing is the number of transactions. If you watch some of my other early videos, this is a metric to tell you how good you are. If you pick 5 or 10 stocks, it'd be luck. Doesn't mean you know how to pick them. Now, but over the long term, you see somebody who's picked 30 stocks. This to me has more credibility. And let's say you got 2 managers with the same result at the end. They both won. Which one is better? The guy who picked 30 stocks and won, 40 stocks, or the guy who picked 5? In my eyes, for sure I would go with the one who picked 30 or 40. Because this person understands risk management and knows how to handle himself. Usually these people, and there's some billionaires, they'll load up on 5 or 10 things they believe in the stock. They sit there. They go down. They're going to get new clients. They get reputation. Once in a while, you see these tremendous blowouts. They blow up. There's a term in the business. And they're through. They might have a 5-year run, but the thing is, usually they made enough money for themselves and left you holding the bag. You blew half your money out, or a third, or whatever it may be. But they made fees along the way. They're charging their fees. Their 1%, their commissions, whatever it may be. They're 2 and 20, some percentage of the profit. If you're a large investor with some sort of a hedge fund model, which is an incentive fee, which I like this better because it gives the manager incentive to make money for you. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but versus the guy who charges 1% or hourly, why should he make you rich? He's only going to make 1% of your account balance. So anyway, to conclude this is part 2. I was unable to finish this in the other video about how to pick a financial advisor, is how to analyze a track record. As I said, how many trades the guy makes and look at the equity curve. That's all you got to do. It's pretty simple. Get that information and then compare. Even if they have the exact same result or even a less positive result, but you know how you feel about these things. I just explained it. Listen to it again. So, anyways, PK, I wish you everyone a great trading day. If you're a trader, let's keep the discipline, and we all try to make money. Ciao, everybody. Another episode of Out of the Box.